Frankenstein's got a journal.
Ash, is Vamp explaining? What?
Clown stuck in the house.
Elena side to Damon? Huh?
Do I have your attention?
Yep.
Good. Now let's talk about vampires.
Let's go. Season 5. Hear me out.
At Rebecca's kegger with Elaine and friends, taking shots like Jordan Connor, that is, in the paint like Shaq. Fix it in post. You remember when we drove coast to coast, driving to LA Cavalier and a U-Haul, even though that car was too small. Whipping around the Grand Canyon, trying not to fall in. Even when we rode, we were still ball in. By the bay, listen to Frank Ocean. Pour some coffee, I'll see you in 10.
Just give me the cue. I'll do whatever you want.
Mo money, mo problems, but I'm counting in the sweet spot. Petey's on the track when the beat's hot.
Now let's talk about vampires.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries podcast where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampedy, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello, Pete.
How you doing, Ash?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm great. You can tell by my nasally voice that I have a cold or something. Mm-hmm. But yet we proceed.
We proceed
to give you what you need. We are in the midst of October.
Spooky season.
We've been getting down and dirty.
Mm-hmm. You can say that again?
Last Vampire Diaries episode was called I Know What You Did Last Summer. Mm-hmm. And thusly, we watched that movie.
We did. Not for the first time, for the several time. I don't know. Probably like third maybe for me.
I haven't seen those a ton.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I feel like it was something I had seen more than once when it originally came out.
But that's a K-Dubs, Kevin Williams.
Yep.
Sin.
Williamson.
And it had some of that in there. Some silliness. Teen angst. Mm-hmm. Flirtation.
Yeah, it was good.
Death by hooks.
It wasn't scary at all.
No, it wasn't. And also, about 3/4 of the way through, we had to talk about what was actually happening because it was pretty confusing.
Yeah, the plot wasn't really clear, but it was fun to watch. It was fun to see that fashion and stuff again, which is just come back so strongly and being like, well, that's just how people dress now. Is this an old movie or just a brand new one?
Yeah, the fashion. But overall, it's no Scream.
No, definitely no Scream.
But it was in that late 90s era.
Yeah, it was fun.
Ash, this week's episode of...
Oh, I have some spooky news.
Oh, go ahead.
I started watching the new Goosebumps series.
How's that?
It's good. I watched the first episode, which is Say Cheese and Die.
Oh.
And then
I didn't know they were going to be classic books.
Yeah.
When did you watch it?
Just around putting on my makeup and stuff.
Oh, weird. Because I'm just always in the house. I work from home. I'm always in the house. Big surprise. Okay.
I mean, mostly just when I'm brushing my teeth, just when I'm getting ready in the morning. So it took me, and when I was cooking dinner, took me 3 or 4 instances to watch this 40-minute show. It's I think it's rated whatever TV 14, but I like the Wednesday show, and I watch Sabrina and stuff like that, and Riverdale. So I was like, I'll give this a try. It wasn't scary, but it was good. I liked it. And then I was just starting the second one, which is the mask one.
Haunted Mask?
Haunted Mask, yeah. Which I haven't got into it yet. But there was a cliffhanger at the end of the first one. So there's individual, the books, but it's tied together through the same characters as, a long movie.
Huh.
A series, but I'm not sure how they're going to have all these different books happen to these same people.
Yeah.
Because in the show, it was a whole new cast.
It was an anthology series.
Yeah. But this one is the same setting, same characters.
Kind of like a Sliders.
I guess. I don't know Sliders. But I don't know. If you want to watch it, we can watch it together. But it was cute. It was cute and well made, and Justin Long is in it.
Is he like a grandfather in it or something?
No, he's not. He's an adult.
Dad or a
He's
teacher
an
or something.
Adult, yeah. But it's good. Good spooky.
I love Goosebumps, but I feel like they didn't do the property justice like with the I really want to give the Jack Black ones another chance because I love Jack Black.
I don't even know that I saw the Jack Black ones at all.
You know what's funny? They're set in Greendale, Maryland, which isn't a place.
That's funny.
But I said it would be better if they set it in Greenbelt.
Yeah, that would be perfect. I feel like there's somebody, like a good producer or director of this Goosebumps thing. Someone that you would remember that I am not remembering. Oh, Nicholas Stoller.
Oh, wow.
Creators, Rob Letterman and Nicholas Stoller.
Nick Stoller did Jason Segel and Mila Kunis and Kristen Bell. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Blank stare.
From me, I was like, these are all people.
I met Nick Stoller.
Yeah, you did. So
and
anyway,
Jason Segel.
I feel like it's well made.
He did that Seth Rogen show we were watching too.
Yeah.
Platonic.
Mm-hmm. And look, since I have this up, the main character's name is Isaiah Howard, but his real name, the actor's real name is Zach Morris.
That's crazy.
Like from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that wild?
Bunch of kiddos in there.
Yeah. Justin Long.
I'm interested for sure. Rob Hubel?
I don't know if I saw Rob Hubel. Oh, yeah, I think I did.
I mean, that's interesting. That gives it more pedigree. But, like, we started watching, like, a little bit of the Fear Street movie, and I was like,
Yeah. That's why I watched it, because I don't know that you like high school stuff, but I don't know that you like the new high school drama. But this is a horror comedy, so it was good.
I liked high school stuff when I was in middle school, in high school, in college.
Yeah.
But now not so much. I don't know.
But you'll watch the stuff that you liked then, but not necessarily the new stuff.
For sure.
Other than the Vampire Diaries, of course.
Well,
which that took a while for you to be a full fan.
I would like to stay on this older topic, but to bring it to the Vampire Diaries, and I guess goodbye to the Goosebumps and Fear Streets that we were talking about. But I was going to say, this new season, I like that they're in college. I don't have to watch these high school kids do their high school stuff anymore.
Yeah. Even though they were barely ever at school, but yeah.
I know, but still, they're like, I don't know, they're growing up a little bit. I don't have to watch
frat parties and
like these little kids that like one of our kids is almost in high school. Like, right. I don't know that I want to be watching stuff about his age group. Mm-hmm. Like, that seems, because him and his friends seem like I don't care about this stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll still watch Clueless because they were like adults.
Yeah.
And then like Mean Girls, is
yeah.
good. So I'll watch stuff for sure from the past. Because there is a weird thing where, like, I'll still, like, I'm thinking of 10 Things I Hate About You. Those people probably look pretty young now, but they still seem like adults to me.
Right. I agree.
Because, like, Julia Stiles will always be older than us, and JGL.
Yeah.
We
stand.
Heath Ledger is frozen in time now, of course. But here's another movie thing that's related to this show, and then we'll talk about the show. This episode, season 5, episode 2, True Lies. What do you know about that movie?
Yeah, I don't know that movie. I don't think. I know the title though.
It's I mean, maybe I'm a dummy, but I think it's Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Arnold, and it's...
Is it from the 80s?
Probably 90s-ish.
Early.
And it might be a James Cameron joint, which James Cameron makes bangers, as we know. Mm-hmm. Not a fan of the Avatars, really.
Right.
But a lot of people are. I was thinking, so you went to go see the Taylor Swift movie?
I did. It was great.
And it's like 3 hours long, right?
Yeah. I could have kept watching it, though.
I know. I was thinking about, like, man, I would watch I haven't seen the Taylor Swift movie, but I was like, I would probably watch the Taylor Swift movie
twice in a row instead of having to see Avatar 2 again. Mm-hmm. Avatar 2 was a slog for your boy. Me and my friend were sitting in the theater just like, oh my gosh. And at a certain point, if you're an hour in, there's over 2 hours left.
Yeah, that's wild. I was watching the Taylor Swift movie being like, I can't wait for this to keep going. Like, every moment was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have to catch it once it's finally free on something. I'm sure they're gonna give it the Barbie treatment where they're putting it on streaming for like $40 or something.
Yeah, they should.
There you have it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ash, season 5, episode 2. We're back at it again with the white vans.
Which, if we were saying, it feels like it was like 3 months since we last watched an episode in the time of our lives, but it was just 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
So, cold open. Bonnie is recapping. Mm-hmm. No cap. You know about that? Mm-hmm. I'm working on a television show right now. No spoilers. It's very modern.
Modern lingo.
And there's like young people on it. Mm-hmm. They're talking about no cap, but someone is capping, and
oh my gosh.
And different bays and this and that.
Okay, well, let's not get me confused. Let's just be regular.
All right, Silas controlled her dad's mind.
Yes.
She's telling this to Jeremy. Silas killed her dad. Everyone was like frozen. He controlled all their minds at once.
Everyone at the town
help.
square, yeah.
Jeremy is alive. Bonnie is dead, so they can't hug.
No.
Her dad is not supernatural, so he's just regular dead.
So Bonnie's just sad and telling Jeremy when she can't really like have anyone comfort her because she's dead.
Mm-hmm. Silas also sent the crowd after Catherine, but he said if anyone looks like Elena Gilbert. Also, he didn't turn them into like zombies like, oh, must find. They're pretty much regular until they see Elena look like Catherine, basically.
Yeah, which is, I think, pretty good as far as brainwashing goes. At least they can live like the rest of their lives, just pretty normal. And then they're just like, hey, you look like her.
I know, and then they get buck wild with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for 99% of these folks in Mystic Falls, they're just chilling. They're doing their regular thing.
Yeah.
Unless they they turn on Netflix and see the new Dobrev movie and they attack their screens.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I mean, that happened to me anyway.
For a different reason?
Yeah, because we turned it off because it was bad.
No way, we watched it. I did, at least.
Mm-hmm. Silas... Yeah, so everyone's on the lookout for Catherine. Catherine is coughing in the woods. Mm-hmm. Some lady... Oh, yeah, because, last episode, she made Jeremy crash their car. They both got really hurt.
Yeah, Jeremy almost died, but... what's his name? Damon saved him.
And so now...
My brain was just like, Stefan.
That's your brain all the time. Some lady stops to help Catherine, and then she's like, you look like Elena Gilbert. Remember we were doing that?
Yeah.
You look like Elena Gilbert. She maces Catherine, and then Catherine attacks her, but then Matt rolls up with a shotgun, and it looks like he's compelled too, because he's like...
Yeah, that's a good little fake me out.
Yeah, and that's the end of the cold open. Stefan and Elena are in the lens flare dream world on the edge of the gorge. Right?
Yeah.
These are the moments that keep Stefan from falling apart. He's having these little dreams in between dying.
In between drowning and dying.
So he's smooching. Elena starts coughing and choking, spitting up water, and then he wakes up in the safe.
And then drowns and dies again.
Yeah, I said he's in a safe location. I'll say that every episode.
I know, wait, what's that from again?
I don't know, he's in a safe.
I know, but it's in some movie where they're like have someone ransom and they're in a safe location. Is it Saw?
It's Saw maybe 3.
I think it was Saw.
Where it's the little kid.
Yeah, they're in a
Wow, maybe Donnie Wahlberg. I think it's his son. He's walking around, and then they also have the nurse with the bombs around her neck, helping Jigsaw.
Yeah, I knew that was Saw.
Yeah, safe location. That was tight. There's a memorial at Whitmore College for Megan the roommate, which is a less successful rapper. Caroline says, why is there such a big memorial? She was on campus for one day. She's so salty about this girl's popularity.
I like that Elena calls her out and she's like, she's dead. You don't have to be jealous of her anymore. Like, get over it.
It is true that college people and also just everyone wants to make everything about them. They're like,
For sure.
oh, I was such a good friend with that girl.
Yeah. Oh, it's so sad. We knew each other. I saw her all the time.
In the orientation today.
It's like,
on the first day ever.
Yeah.
All right, Caroline is salty at that. She's also mad Tyler isn't at college, my buddy Ty.
He never came.
Why did Megan have vervain protein water?
I still don't know.
We don't know why even protein water.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
Why killed by a vampire? We haven't learned about these vamps on camp yet.
True.
And why the picture with Elena's dad, which I can't pull his name right now, but it's later in my notes. Grayson
Chance.
Yeah.
That's what you were thinking too. But that'd be a twist.
Oh my gosh. That'd be some time jumping. However, speaking of young men with good hair, Grayson Chance.
Yeah.
Dr. Wesley Maxfield.
Yes.
What
a name.
Is in on whatever is going on because he didn't say she died by vampire bite. Okay, so they hear about this doctor signing off on her death. And it was of suicide.
Yeah, they were like, they didn't mention anything about the gash on her neck.
Right. He is the applied microbiology professor.
Yes, so they're like, well, someone else is covering this up, just like the town council covers up everything in Mystic Falls. So they're Elena and Caroline are like, we gotta figure out who this is.
He's another regular Dr. Meredith Fell over here.
There you go, Pete.
Caroline is bummed. They're supposed to have a fun freshman year.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do this hard class.
No, she wants to take drama, which I recently got my transcripts from college, and I was looking at the classes I took. I took some good classes.
You did? What jumped out at you?
I took women in literature, something like that. Human sexuality. That was a good class. Aced it. And then I took a class about musicals. But I think that was, I don't know. It didn't say musicals on my transcript.
I remember you took that class. Also, what the heck kind of school is that?
What?
All of those classes don't seem hard. And they seem interesting and good, but not difficult.
I wasn't trying to take difficult classes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was over there learning how to educate the future, and you're watching musicals for credit.
Yeah, and look where we're at now. We're podcasting. And, yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun signing up for those classes, too.
Oh, man. I went through the book, and I was like, this one counts for this and this. That's why I could be a college counselor, because I'd be like, you can get out of here doubling up.
Yeah, true. Counts for two things. Mm-hmm. Those were the days.
Those were the days. Damon and Forbes are at the quarry. Mm-hmm. They want to dredge it. Ash, have you ever
dredged the quarry?
Have you ever dredged a quarry?
No, but I've gone dredging for oysters.
Whoa,
on a field trip.
That's cool.
It was cool. We were on a skipjack.
Yeah, I like that.
It was really fun.
Damon, I said he looks good. Fresh-faced, good hair.
Yeah, good hair. He's got good hair in this season so far.
I don't buy him as a 1,000-year-old, 17-year-old, but he looks like a good-looking 30-something.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. I guess hard living for 1,000 years, even if you're a vampire and even if you're 17 years old.
Right. Well, he said
You'll look 30-something.
he was a serial killer and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. He lived a hard 1,000 years.
Ash said, why doesn't Damon just swim down there and open the safe?
Yeah.
I said, I don't know, Ash.
Well, he could just they can zoom around and do all kinds they could just zoom. Oh, here's a safe right here, judge in this one spot. Even if he couldn't, like, get it or pull it up or whatever, he could very easily just at least locate it.
Let me get the Pug snores. Let me get the brand of this vampire-proof safe. I mean, geez.
I think they show it, like, a bunch of times, the name of the safe.
They got to trade out?
It's like, I want to be like Stanley or, I don't know, some name.
It could be Stanley. Damon knows Stefan has been drowning all summer.
What a big leap for him to make. He's just like, you know what? I know that Stefan is in this quarry and he must just be drowning and dying over and over. It's like,
that would give me...
What a prediction.
I know. That would give me such anxiety. I'd be like, man, he's just drowning in there?
That'd be horrible. I wouldn't be able to do a single thing.
Yeah. Damon gets a call from Jeremy. Matt found Catherine. Jeremy does exposition that Bonnie told him. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't have known it. Like, Damon says a really funny thing. He says, how did the Gilbert Sullivan Brain Trust figure that out? Jeremy and Matt, like they're two dummies.
Right, because Jeremy was telling him that Silas must have compelled the townspeople.
Matt is tying Catherine up. She crashed Jeremy's car, left him to die. She was protecting herself. Catherine says that everyone is after her now. She's the Moonstone now.
Yeah, that's
which
a
is
funny
a
line.
good. That's a good funny line. It's meta commentary.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I'm the Moonstone." She's all sad.
I think that this season is funnier than most seasons.
I agree.
They have embraced what they are and they get it more, I think.
Yeah, they're like making fun of themselves a little bit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that always makes it fun.
Self-referential. Mm-hmm. Back at the college, Whitmore College. They're going to want Whit-less college after this. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Caroline and Elena are in applied microbiology. Mm-hmm. That hunk is there. I didn't remember his name, but I think it's Jesse. Mm-hmm. Invites them to the bonfire. This is a party guy.
Yeah, he's always inviting them to the parties.
He's having parties. He wants the ladies there. Kind of a Pete type.
I don't remember you inviting anyone to any party.
From college, yeah. This guy's kind of a Pete type, I would say.
Oh my gosh.
Then another hunk.
I do have a very funny, silly thing that you said on this day in history from college, though. We want to know a Pete type in college. You remember what you wrote on my whiteboard?
Yes.
Should I read it?
Hold on, I can maybe remember it.
Okay.
How'd I start? Ash and...
Dear Room 1.
Okay, yeah.
The three ladies in Room 1.
Dear Room 1, you are girls, I'm a guy. No?
Am I supposed to let you say the whole thing? Okay.
Was I right so far?
You're really close. Dear Room 1, look, I'm a guy. You are girls. Mm-hmm. We have a great friendship, but if you ever want to take it to the next level, I'm here for all of you. You guys are so crazy. Remember the night we stayed up all night laughing and reminiscing? It was one of the best nights of my life. Love, Peter H. And I took it seriously and became your wife.
And if this was today in history, then that means I had only known you for like a month.
Like a month.
So for me to be like, we stayed up reminiscing, it's like we reminisced about the past 3 weeks or whatever.
I actually remember what we were reminiscing about. We were like talking about what we remembered about 9/11.
Oh my gosh.
Then you wrote this note.
Wow. Wild times back then.
I don't know. That's a true story right there, folks.
Well, look, hey, I mean, the story is me hanging out with a couple ladies.
And I was like, sure, I'll take it to the next level.
We did take it. We took it to the final level, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
marriage.
Death.
All right, second to the last level, I guess. Mm-hmm. All right, Wes Maxfield walks through the door, starts talking about the Civil War immediately.
Oh my gosh, I hate this kind of thing. Just walking in and being like, well, this is what we're learning about, blah, blah, blah. Just immediately preaching.
Mm-hmm. Pug snores. He's talking about the Civil War. Mm-hmm. Burning bodies because of rotting corpses.
Yeah, he's just trying to make them think about history while they're going to this bonfire.
Mm-hmm. He calls out Elena and Caroline for talking. Get out of here, freshmen. He sends them down the hall to Bio 101.
Caroline's like, phew, you didn't want to be in that class anyways.
Yep. Elena calls Damon. Stefan is on campus, but it's Silas.
Mm-hmm. But she doesn't know that.
No, and Damon's like, what? That's not Click. And she
hangs up before she can hear what Damon says.
And so Silas is on campus. He's pretending to be Stefan. Mm-hmm. With some people, he's not, I'm saying.
Right.
I mean,
you looked at me so seriously when you said that.
Under the web, Ash.
When your eyes are so squinty in your rest position, when they get wide, it's like, what's happening?
Stefan Silas apologizes. Elena thought something terrible happened to Stefan. Something terrible did. Stefan Silas says, you fell in love with my brother. He's playing the part.
She's like, ouch.
Silas says Jeremy got expelled. Jeremy ran away. Do you know where he is? Which is, he did get expelled, but then he got knocked to suspension, and he didn't run away.
Mm-hmm. He's just trying to find Catherine. This is why he's talking to Elena.
Yeah.
So if he can find Jeremy, but he's not going to roll up and be like, do you know where Catherine is? So he's trying to get to the bottom of where Jeremy is, a.k.a. Catherine.
Because he already learned he can't control her mind, right?
He can't control
Elena's mind?
Jeremy's mind. No, he can read
Elena's mind, but she just doesn't know where he is.
Know.
Got it. Oh, yeah, because later he makes her do stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. Matt and Jeremy are driving Catherine. They're at the gas station. She has to pee. Matt goes in to get medicine from the gas station. The gas station clerk sees Catherine and it's like, and goes into zombie mode, but not really. And Matt has to hit him with his own gun. Mm-hmm. Damon bursts into the dorm room. Caroline's in a towel. He doesn't care. He tells Caroline that Silas is there as Stefan. They have to find Elena.
Yes.
That's like a pure who cares scene, but they had to make it fun.
Yeah. And Elaine, and Catherine's all sick, and she'd never been sick before. So that's like a new thing.
Silas and Elena, he's going to hold on to her phone. He takes it. Stefan does the mind reading blurry thing.
Mm-hmm. Silas, but yeah.
Silas. They're on Route 9, old campsite, blah, blah, blah. Damon is looking for them on the quad. Mm-hmm. He finds Silas Stefan, grabs his throat, and Silas doesn't know why Elena likes Damon, blah, blah. All right, bonfire party. They're just doing stuff. You know?
I know.
It's exposition. Blah, blah,
It is surprising,
plot.
though, that nobody notices the moment where Damon grabs Silas's throat. No one's like, oh, man.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't last long, but still.
It wouldn't be convenient in that moment.
No.
All right, bonfire party. Damon is there just like in Rules of Attraction.
True.
The end of the world party.
He knows a good bonfire party. I almost said bonfire. Bonfire.
A bonfire party?
It kind of is. A vampire bonfire.
I want to light your fire. In the end of the world party in Rules of Attraction, Somerhalder is hitting on James Vanderbeek. Mm-hmm. and he's like casually filling up his solo cup with beer.
Yeah.
And then he talks to Vanderbeek, and Vanderbeek's like, huh? Quesadilla, what? Nachos? Mexican food? And then he walks away, and Ian Somerhalder just puts the full beer on the cup and just spills beer all over.
Yeah, over the pump.
Yeah, he's so cool in that movie.
Yeah, that's what...
I mean, he's really pathetic in a lot of ways, but super cool.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah. Some college bro that looks like Mark Duplass rolls up on Damon.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is old. And I was like, was Duplass that age back then?
He really stands out. He looks much older than everyone else. This guy.
I thought it was freaking Duplass in the house. Damon lifts him up by his neck. He's just lifting by necks in this episode. Mm-hmm. He said, thank you, necks. Caroline compels the Duplass bro, to leave.
People might be really confused by this episode.
Damon is mad. Everyone could be working for Silas if they got their brainwashed. I think if they've listened this far, they know the type of stuff that we get into.
Yeah, but just saying random names and references.
Look, it's not like that guy in the show has a real name.
No.
So Mark Duplass, maybe just that guy who Damon lifts up by the neck looks like a guy named Mark Duplass.
So that's what we're calling him.
And if you don't know who that is, that's what he looks like. Simple. All right, Elena is getting a brew from the keg. The hunk helps her. Okay, Jesse, I think his name is. She's having boyfriend drama. Elena is. Mm-hmm. She asks about Dr. Maxfield. I'll tell you everything you need to know, he says creepily, in the woodshed. Like, let's go in this woodshed.
Yeah, I'll tell you as long as you come to this woodshed.
All right, Max.
Which, as a vampire, a woodshed is not really where you want to be.
No.
Our pug snores are very loud.
Yes. So Maxfield is part of a secret society on campus that meets at the Whitmore house, where Elaine and Caroline can't even get in there.
They can't even get in, no.
But maybe Maxfield owns it.
It's possible.
Or knows the owner. Mm-hmm. Damon just comes and knocks Jesse out. And Jesse's so chill about it later.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I get it.
and Elena or Caroline puts like the weirdest popsicle on his head.
On his face, on his cheek.
It looks like Dexter shrink wrapped it. It's really weird. Matt and Jeremy and Catherine are in the woods. They have a bonfire too. Mm-hmm. Bonfire besties. Catherine is mad that she's sick.
Which, right? Don't you agree? You can relate?
Yep. Me and her, simpatico.
She said her cough is green, though.
She did. That was really weird. She's like, when I cough, it's green.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how sickness works.
She doesn't get it.
I said she's going for lulz in this episode. Mm-hmm. She's really trying to be funny. Jeremy puts a blanket on her. I said, what if Jeremy and Catherine became a thing? Lol. Like, you're not my sister.
Ew, that's so gross.
She's like, but I look like her.
There might be some fan fiction out there about that.
Oh my gosh. There probably so is, which there's probably every single person.
Yeah, every combination.
Slanging and banging, but I never think about the fan fiction angle, but these freaks out here.
I'll do all types of stuff.
They love that stuff, I bet. Oh my gosh. All right, Silas is in the woods with Matt. Matt yells for them to run. We have plenty of time.
And is that, I thought it ended at 8:30.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm leaving this in.
Sure, that's fine.
I said I'd pick him up at 9.
Okay.
Just to further it. Silas can't get inside Matt's head. I forget why, because he died?
Silas can't get inside of Matt's head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because of the, our Hans blackened his eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. Which, he did have a name. Yeah, because Hans from church already spoke Latin at him.
Yeah.
Was my next line. He had a name like Garrett or Gary or something.
Yeah, I do not remember his name.
But we'll call him Hans from church.
I want to call him Hans from church.
Silas speaks Latin or whatever at Hans. No, at Matt and snaps his neck. But he's wearing the ring. Okay.
Thank goodness.
We know he's going to come back to life, but we learn a new thing about the ring in this episode is that, which he never remembers when he wakes up and comes back to life, but he goes to the behind the veil zone. Uh-huh. So he's dead, but he's just walking around. And
we only are able to learn this because Bonnie's there. And so because we can see Bonnie in this show, Bonnie is, on the other side. She can now see Matt when he dies, even though it's only temporary.
Yes, exactly. And in order to get back to life, he has to reconnect with his body. I'm sure these nerds listening to this who play video games are like, oh, it's where you respawn or whatever.
Yeah.
Like when my kids are playing Minecraft or whatever, they have to.
Your kids?
They have to go get their.
They're only yours, not mine. Also.
They have to go find their bodies to get their axes or whatever, their gold, whatever they have in that game.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, you have to. And he was like, well, my body's been moved. And then Bonnie's like, well, every time you die with the ring, you get further and further away from your body.
Crazy.
Which is probably why, Alaric got wild with it.
Oh my gosh, he was in the void wiling out.
He was trying to find his body for, so long. And that would probably drive you crazy a little bit.
Either that or he was hanging with those 100 dead witches.
Maybe.
Kill me again for a second?
Pete, you are on another level today.
Oh my goodness. This is how Matt learns that Bonnie is dead.
I know, it's just so sad.
Elena runs in and starts smooching Damon in the dorm room, feeds him vervain water, ties him up. Silas got in her head. He got her to get Damon alone, weaken him, and then kill him. He spits vervain on her.
That was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I was typing when he sipped it again, but she made him drink it again.
Yeah, she made him drink it again, and we didn't know, but he just holds it in his mouth, and then when she's about to kill him, he just spits it all over, and then she's like, ah.
Yeah, and that brings her out of it.
Yeah.
She's in a Silas trance.
You're crying.
Crying from laughing. Where is Stefan? They don't know. You have to resist your anger. She stabs through her leg with a fireplace poker, so she'll have to sit down.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. So, yeah, what Damon is saying is that Silas has compelled Elena, when she gets angry at Damon, that she wants to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Been there. All right, Caroline helps Jesse with the popsicle that looks weird. It looks like if they let the handmaids have popsicles in that Fishes and Loaves store.
I don't think it's that weird. This is what I think it is. You know the popsicles that have 2 sticks? Mm-hmm. And it's like bumpy, but they're connected? And you could break them apart and then you could have 2 single popsicles. Mm-hmm. I think it's that kind of popsicle. So it's really wide.
Yeah, but it looked like it was freeze-dried in a full square.
Yeah, the plastic was weird. Probably because it wasn't a real popsicle.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling you out, prop deck.
Prop popsicle.
Prop pop. Go back to school. Go back to college. Like these girls. He's very chill about being knocked out. Caroline says she has a boyfriend. Where is he? Not here. Jesse has an experience with a similar situation.
It's weird that Jesse gets so serious with her about his feelings so fast. This would never happen.
I mean, yeah.
Out of all the things that happened in this episode, this part, a guy at a frat party at the bonfire talking about how he was heartbroken over his ex.
Well, that's a tactic, though.
Will never happen.
That's a tactic that he's using. It's working.
Oh, goodness.
Just putting popsicles on his head. What's next? All right, Jeremy and Catherine are running. They get in the truck and drive. Jeremy can't leave Matt. Jeremy is really mean to Catherine for wanting to not go get Matt. And she's like, well, I always cut and run. And he's like, that's why people treat you like an object.
Right, because Elena was calling herself a moonstone earlier. So he's like saying, well, this is why people treat you like that.
There's a little too much space between those moments for me to get that.
Well, that's why you have to watch it again.
Okay. Bonnie
How are
and
you barking at, you goofy girl?
Bonnie and Matt are talking. She's sad about her dad. Matt is sad Bonnie died. They can hug.
Because he's dead
He's
also.
dead. Jeremy finds Matt's body. Learns about the ring protecting Matt. He can't read Jeremy's mind because he's a hunter. Silas's powers won't work on Jeremy. Jeremy sautés him up, saying he's slower and weaker than a vampire. And also, he's a hunter, plus he works out.
I work out. I know, he was so buff in episode 1. Remember when he was fighting those guys in the hallway?
Yeah, I mean, this is more your speed, Jeremy. Don't these ugly bullies that he demolished in episode 5-1. Like, fight Silas,
The immortal.
Stefan. Yeah, don't be fighting these pimply pipsqueaks. You know what I'm saying? They fight. Silas runs a stake through his own body into Jeremy. He's about to stab Jeremy, but then Catherine shoots Silas.
Yeah. Which is scary in that moment because it does look like Jeremy's dead. Like, it does look like it goes, like, right through his heart. But it's, like, up in his shoulder.
It did look like that. If someone gets shot in a movie or stabbed, they get shot in the shoulder. So it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh, they're dead. And it's like, no, it went through my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Damon and Elena are having a weird sitting on chairs argument. They do exposition. Elena is so mad it's fueling Silas's compulsion. She breaks the gas line or something.
Yeah, by the fireplace.
Is about to light a match and explode them, but then Damon says to think about Stefan, and she's connected to him. She can feel him. He's trying to reach out to her.
Which is, like, kind of heartbreaking for Damon to be like, Damon is doing every single thing he can do to try to break Elena out of her compulsion, but he can't. And the only thing that works is for her to think about Stefan. It's like, oh, but it's also like, Stelena.
And steady standing.
Steady standing, Stelena.
Caroline walks in on this madness. All right, Matt and Bonnie are in the void looking for Matt's body. It's in the truck. All right, Matt, once he comes alive, will forget that Bonnie's dead. And he's mad about that. He goes back into his body. They fill Matt in. Jeremy sees Bonnie walk away. She's not ready to be dead yet. So Matt stops seeing her. Jeremy starts seeing her.
Right.
She's not ready to be dead yet. He's there for her. Silas walks into the gas station from earlier. The same clerk is there. Silas loves drinking blood from a big cup. This guy cuts his wrist and not his palm.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
At least you can still grab stuff.
He may bleed out, but we'll see. Hans from church walks in. Silas makes a "you can't say anything anymore" joke to these travelers.
Yeah.
Hans from church is going to gut him. He wants him in the tomb for eternity. And then, Hans gets killed by the lady.
I know, his partner.
She has her own agenda. Silas reads her mind and is like, oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, I know. So annoying.
Elena is going to find Bonnie. She's like packing up her car, right?
Yeah, because she knows that Bonnie's dad died. So she's like, oh my gosh, she must be so sad. Like, I need to go to her. Déjame así.
Where are you gonna go? The void? Maxfield walks up. You're Grayson Gilbert's daughter. Your dad is brilliant. He has heard of her dad. Mm-hmm. They weren't colleagues at the time.
Right. Bing.
Hope to do the kind of work he did. And then Elena's like, did he forge death certificates too? So,
Yeah.
obviously, Elena's dad was wrapped up in something. Mm-hmm. Come by for office hours. Yeah, like...
Well, her dad had the gurnals. So he knew... They were researching vampires and stuff. And so then, like, when Elena became a vampire... She was like, oh my gosh, my dad's gonna be like, she was so sad because it was like against everything that her parents would have wished for her and such and such.
Oh my gosh.
So there's like just some baggage there, some family baggage.
Oh my gosh. Ash, Maxfield is like, I have this big secret to tell you. And Elena's like, tell me later.
I know. It's so true. She's like, well, I can't listen right now. My friend needs me.
I hate that.
I don't like that either.
Like, in real life, if someone's like, we need to talk, it's like, well, tell me a snippet.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for 6 hours for you to tell me this whole thing.
Yeah, you need to give me some sort of idea of what the heck we're talking about. Yeah, she's just like, nope, not hearing it.
No.
It's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
We'll talk about that in a couple episodes, and we won't remember what you're talking about. Then Damon walks up. I said a lot is happening in this scene, lol. Like 3 different people walk up to the car and walk. They were like, "Uh-oh, we have 2 script pages left, and we have to do 7 different things."
Let's do it all in this by this car.
Can so and so walk up to the car too? Yeah. We're losing light. Damon gives Elena Silas's daylight ring.
Mm-hmm. Which is at Stefan's.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Silas was wearing it so that he would look like Stefan, you know. But Stefan needs it.
They smooch. They're going to save Stefan. She'll still love Damon. Big song playing. His phone rings. Damon's phone rings. It's Forbes. They found a safe in the woods, and it's a different dead guy. Mm-hmm. The end.
Yeah. They were like, this is not Stefan. Here's someone else. Stefan must be hungry somewhere.
So he actually got out? How did he get out? We don't know. It seems weird. I was like, is there another safe going on here?
Yeah, there's definitely holes, but I think it is intentional until the next episode. Because it's just like all of a sudden the safe is out. They hadn't opened it yet, but then Stefan's not in there. It's someone else. So, yeah.
What the heck? All right, Ash, Fang alert.
Fangs. I think it was a pretty good ep. Mm-hmm. I didn't I wasn't like dying over it, you know, but maybe like a 1.75.
Okay, I'll do 1031.
Why?
For Halloween, 1031.
Oh. They could not figure out what you were doing.
You can.
All right, Pete-dictions. That's my favorite part of the podcast, in case you didn't know.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't thinking about it. I feel like some stuff got semi-wrapped and slapped.
You have to think about it like character-based.
I know.
Like, what's Elena
right, Caroline and Jesse, flirtation. But he's going to be wrapped up in something else. Greenfield, secret society. Is it going to be pro-vampire or anti-vampire? I'm going anti. Okay. That's why you can't get in the house or whatever. I don't know.
And Melissa or Megan or whatever. Yeah, Megan got thrown out of the first floor or the top floor of that place.
Oh, yeah. So there's a vampire on campus. We don't know who it is. We probably haven't met who it is yet. Oh, unless it's Jesse. That's the only person we met. Stefan, he's out and about. He's hungry and mad. He might even be a little crazy. Mm-hmm. But I bet somehow he's going to get uncrazy. Probably by Elena being like, yeah, do you remember me? Catherine, she's on the run. People are still after her. There might be like something where Jeremy and her and Bonnie or Matt. Bonnie is only just around a little bit, but Catherine, Matt, and Jeremy have to be like roomies at this camp or whatever. It's like, oh, she's so annoying, you know. And then Jeremy and her kind of start hitting it off.
Do you think think everyone's gonna find out that Bonnie's actually dead, or when do you think that will happen?
I think obviously they will at some point, but I don't think that's an episode 3 thing.
Okay.
Yeah, where's...
And then Silas.
Oh, yeah, Silas, he's doing his thing. He's still trying to find Catherine. I don't know. Is Catherine... Does he have any other leverage? Is he going to go, like, find Klaus or something? Klaus is probably off filming the originals, so he's busy. I don't know. That's it. We're still early. There's not all these...
Yeah, they're not dropping too much, like, storylines yet. Really.
No.
We did it.
Ash, in the spirit of 1031, search for the Horror from the High Dive horror story anthologies, volumes 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Check out Collective Darkness 101. I have 3 101 word stories in there.
I need to read those now that I was reading Horror from the High Dive too, and now I need to read those.
Too bad.
Why?
Tell people about the pod. Yeah, do all the things. Follow at High Dive Publishing on Instagram. Do whatever. Just listen to the podcast.
Like and comment and subscribe and repost and all the things. Get the word out.
Yep. Watch Rules of Attraction, the movie. Watch I Know What You Did Last Summer. Watch True Lies.
Goosebumps.
Watch Goosebumps. All right. We'll see you. When will we be back? Oh, we'll be back in the early November.
Ooh, nice.